are here today hosting the Clinton Global Initiative, which is a platform for learning, knowledge, action, and connection. CGI was established by President Clinton to bring together a community, a network of global social impact entrepreneurs who are taking action to solve the world's most pressing challenges. CGI works in three principal areas: climate resistance, health equality, and inclusive economic recovery and growth.
I just want to add a few words to what Rumi said about the projects that CGI has sponsored. Since 2005, CGI has helped to launch nearly 4,000 projects, literally around the world, that we do call commitments to action, and they've impacted over 435 million people.
For me, the greatest strength of CGI is not only in the networks and experience, but its approach to societal problems and its deep and substantive research into bringing the best brains in the world to solve these problems.
GSK's purpose is to unite science, technology at an incredibly exciting time in a country that does well with both. Number one global challenge we're focused on being part of the solution on is healthcare. But there are really important core adjacencies to that in terms of our responsibility to the broader system. There's no point innovating in healthcare if people don't have access to it. Diversity, equity and inclusion, we have to make commitments on that. The link between the health of the planet and the health of the people of the planet are incredibly powerful. 1 billion children in the world are exposed to climate-related issues. One dies every minute, actually, in terms of not having access to clean water. So a huge amount of work still to do. And to quote, I believe, one of the most inspirational female leaders of all time, if she will allow me, never stop believing that fighting for what is right is worth it.
Across the globe, in the global south, those least responsible for emissions and climate change are paying the highest price. You know about the consequences of the waves rising and displacement. The costs of inaction far exceed the costs of action. If over the course of the next 8 years we were to have buildings that were insulated, more active travel, walking and cycling, and more electric vehicles, the cost to us would go from 11.1 billion a year to 6 billion. But imagine the savings to a family struggling to pay their bills. The private sector are crucial allies and crucial partners, and that's why this coalition building, the business sector, civic society, politicians and citizens is so important. And Emma and her team are can-do and brilliant.
Global healthcare systems, so I include in that payers, providers, hospital systems, manufacturers, the whole value chain, are 4 to 5% of global emissions. Big part of that is running hospitals, just energy levels. So we are contributing to the problem. We have to be part of the solution.
Today, it's a shocking statistic, but 1 in 95 people in the world are now refugees or internally displaced.
You have two types of politicians who win elections. You have those who play on people's fears and those who address people's fears. So the former will talk about the problems of immigration. They're swamping our country. The reason why you can't get decent housing, decent healthcare, or a decent school for your child is because of the immigrants. Playing on people's fears. People do have a fear, lack of healthcare. A lot of the challenges around migration are because of climate change. And I think we've got to address those issues by tackling climate change.
There are so many stories of people who seek opportunity with extraordinary depth of experience and ambition, and can change the world if we give them the chance to become taxpayers, contributors and employees with work that matters, that they can command self-respect and really start to help us all look ahead to this next chapter, I believe, of positive and growth opportunity if you're a globalist, massively pro-immigration, which I am, and just want to be part of these solutions.
Part of the solutions, that's what we're here to talk about. If you want to be uplifted, if you want to be part of the solution, come to CGI in September and make a commitment to action, or support somebody who does, or learn about an issue that you care about, you know, help us do our part to try to change the world for the better in the face of whatever else may be happening. So thank you all so much for being here.